What's up, everybody? This is Derek with Wholesale Media. Thank you for tuning in to my part of this channel. Today, we're going to be reviewing this 2003 Hummer H2. So the Hummer H2 was produced between 2002 and 2009. This Hummer was made by AM General, and it was made at the Military Assembly Plant in Mishawaka, Indiana. Now, for all you Mishawakans out there, if I have mispronounced this name, please forgive me. But there's a military plant out there where they made these H2 Hummers. It came out based upon the body style of the Hummer H1. Now, the H1 is a straight up military vehicle. It's much wider, it's much lower. It's built to traverse the terrible terrain of an enemy combatant out there, right? The deserts. Think of Desert Storm and all of that. So the H2 comes along and it has a lot of that styling, but it also needs to fit on the highways. Now, AM General produced these under contract with General Motors, which, makes sense, because the vehicle is essentially a GM truck with several alterations. When you get out into a full-blooded four-wheel drive, you typically have a rough ride. And that's not the case with the Hummer H2. There's some reasons for it. There's some reasons why it doesn't ride like a 3/4 ton Chevy pickup. For one thing, the entire front of the vehicle has a torsion bar suspension that's independent, which simply means this wheel has its own torsion bar, and if it moves, it doesn't affect this wheel, and vice versa. In the rear, you have the 5-link coil-over suspension, and in some of these vehicles, this particular H2 that I'm driving has the optional adjustable rear suspension, which just simply means it has airbags. And when I was getting ready for this video just a few minutes ago, hit the key and boom, all of a sudden I'm hearing the rear shocks adjust, a little air pump, and it's pretty sweet. And then you get in the thing and it rides smooth and you're thinking, whoa, this is different than what it looks like on the outside. It looks like we're going to the Baja. We're going to jump some sand dunes. Not the case on the ride. It really rides well. But then you go to turn this sucker, it'll turn on a dime. This particular H2 will sit here and rub its wheels into the frame while you're turning. I mean, it's got a tight turning radius. So keep that in mind if you're considering a Hummer H2. This thing's not just a toy. It'll work. So all of that boiled down means that you get an awesome four-wheel drive vehicle that doesn't ride like a rough truck. Now, this vehicle excites me, so I'm going to tell you now, this is not an unbiased review. You're looking at a guy who is thoroughly impressed with how this vehicle rolls, and this one, it's got about 157,000 miles on it, and it's used. And not only that, it's thoroughly used, so it's still in great shape. I think we put a seat cover on it, and it's got a few nicks and scratches here and there, but I'm telling you guys now, I wouldn't hesitate to buy this vehicle and make it my daily ride. This Hummer H2 has 2 owners on the AutoCheck history report. And if you're familiar with AutoCheck, they like to score vehicles, right? Experian, the credit reporting agency, owns AutoCheck. And so they like to score you as an individual and say, oh, your credit score is 583, your credit score is 800. Well, they like to score vehicles, but before they do it, they give each vehicle a range. This vehicle has a range of 58 to 73. So any Hummer H2, according to them, AutoCheck, that falls in the 58 to 73 range is normal. If it's way below 58, probably need to beware of some of its history. If it is above 73, hey, fantastic. That's something you need to consider to buy. Well, this Hummer H2 scores 75 with auto check. That's out of the range. Pretty sweet. The style of the Hummer H2 is simply iconic. It looks fabulous. It stands out in any parking lot. You get in it and you're thinking, oh my soul, this is too big. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. My first time of driving one. And you sit down in the leather seat. It's smooth. Whoa, this sucker's got some luxury about it. What is it, 5 or 6 way adjustable power seats? I think standard on the Hummer H2s. The rear seats are heated. Across the hood, you got these cool shock tower protrusions, and you got the handles. You pull down the front cap. Man, guys, I grew up just dreaming about having a vehicle with a tilt front cap. You know, it'd be a 69 Camaro and drag racing tricked out dude with a front cap that tilts, and it's awesome. This vehicle comes with a tilting front cap. Hey, yeah, I love it. All right, so in these videos, I like to say what I like and what I dislike. And I'll tell you now, one of the downsides to the Hummer H2 is going to be in the hardware. It's GM hardware, and I'm sorry to all my lovely GM fans out there, but they just didn't put a lot of longevity into the door panels and some of the plastic wear and the handles and stuff. So it looks cool, but it just doesn't last. So beware of that. Now, the 2003 model was made with the 6-liter Chevy motor. Big, huge V8, gas guzzler, right? You might remember Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, became governor of California at one time, and he was chided for driving a Hummer H2 because it was environmentally uncool. They tried to beat him up about it. Listen, they need to also beat up every 6-liter pickup truck out there, because it's a 6-liter gas motor. It's just going to get what it gets. Figure on around 10 miles per gallon. But hey, what's 10 miles per gallon for some serious style, right? This thing is cool. One thing you get with that gas guzzling V8 is some rock solid dependability. I'm trying to think of some other downsides, and to be frank with you, I'm having trouble coming up with them. All right, let me tell you something else that's cool about it. Having a quick look underneath, you'll notice a beautifully clad rock plate. So it's protecting the bottom of the engine while you're off-roading. It won't allow for any damage to come through if you slip off a bunch of rocks and it just kind of boom slams down. No, it's gonna dent the skid plate. It's not going to damage the drivetrain. Behind that skid plate, it next has a frame or a bunch of roll bars, so we would call them on. You put them on the inside for your race car, but no, this is like a roll bar to keep from tearing up your transmission or your differential. Again, it's made to go off-road. They expect you to go out there and tackle the frontiers. All right, guys, I'm running out of things to say. Obviously, I'm biased. This vehicle has won me over. It is a statement vehicle. So if you're driving a Hummer, you're going to draw some critics. You're going to get a little fire. You're going to get some praise. It's that kind of vehicle. And it kind of doesn't matter what color it is. It doesn't matter whether it's stock or whether it's tricked out. It's just a wonderfully well-built, good-looking vehicle. I love it. I recommend it to you. You ought to buy one, rent one, drive one, whatever you can do. Borrow your friends and get in that Hummer H2 and enjoy. Hey, I want to thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you can do. Share it to your friends and family and help us boost this channel. Thank you much. Have a great day.